Well, this needs to go viral because we've been subject to bomb testing for decades all over the world, Marshall Island, all over the place. And I'm also not an expert on how much bomb testing. I know it's excessive. And it's all over this country, all over the world. And also, Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant had 3 nuclear meltdowns. And so that is full nuclear meltdowns. Chernobyl had 1 full nuclear meltdown. We don't know the outcome of this. It's in the Pacific Ocean. They're pouring this waste into the ocean. It's very negligent. Obama said that it was okay to pour 100 million gallons of toxic Corexit that was banned in Europe in the ocean to take care of the BP oil spill. Algae and marine life could have, microorganisms and marine life could have taken care of the oil spill naturally, but they had to do something immediately. So we have a problem with this society. We really do. And we have a problem with our environment. The only way to handle this problem is through dry fasting. It's the most powerful healing modality in the world. That's the only thing that I believe that will actually take radioactive fallout and radioactive material out of your body, including your lungs. The only hope of something. The most powerful healing modality in the world. I just did a 24-hour dry fast. And these people are bimbos. If they don't know anything about health and wellness, they shouldn't be talking about how things are destroying your health. We have all these frauds on the internet. They have no cures, just talking about symptoms. Okay? Now, why is it that these people can't talk about how to heal anything? Why do we have all these negative people? They just want money. They don't deserve any money. It's only people that could give answers and solutions to problems. We need to get rid of these nuclear power plants if they're that dangerous, and they are. We need to stop bomb testing, and we need to do something about this. Yes, but we don't need to have our leaders using a lot of foul language. I don't care if you have a PhD. We don't. We need to ignore these people and get them on some kind of program for their mental health. All right, these are not people who have their head together enough to be our followers or leaders, and the people following them don't have their heads together. Okay, I'm a person who's a composer, an arranger, and vocalist. I studied at Curtis Institute of Music for 10 years and 4 years with their students. I have a long history of doctors and PhDs in my family. Some of them are at Harvard as professors and MIT as professors, and they won $1 million prize in medical research. I'm one step above them in terms of open-mindedness, innovation, and intelligence. I know that sounds conceited, but it's the truth. The only reason he won $1 million prize in medical research, he jumped through corporate hoops to develop something for the pharmaceutical companies. And it was to regulate some drugs to slow the progression of Lou Gehrig's disease. He has no cures for anything. If you have no cure, you don't deserve any money. Okay, you don't, well, maybe you deserve some money if you're slowing the progression. But are you helping the quality of life for these people with these pills? And what is the effects of these pills? Anything? These pharmaceuticals and the electrical impedance myography. What is the result of me holding this iPad in my hand? What is the result of all this, EMF, all these frequencies? What is the result of all this? It looks brilliant on the outside, but it's not natural healing, and it's also not natural. Is he brilliant? I'm one step above these people. In terms of Vangelis, never received any kind of formal training, and he is an artistic genius. He did go to an art school. He was accepted to art college, I think, yes, but he never had any formal training and was given thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of high-tech equipment. So was Rick Wright of Pink Floyd. So without the kind of equipment like this, I can't be doing that much. I haven't received any support because we have a problem with anti-intellectualism in this society. Now, dry fasting is the most powerful healing modality, but you have to be a high raw foodist. You have to be eating 100% raw food, or at least 95, I would say, 95% raw, omnivore food, I would say, okay? Not a carnivore diet, but omnivore, which is what our natural diet is. So we have a lot of dumb people claiming we're frugivores. We are not frugivores, even if you're living in the tropics. No, we're omnivores. And we have to stop with the anti-intellectualism in the world, promoting things that they know nothing about. They know very little. They have no cures. My cousin said he doesn't know, what the cure is for anything. That's right. He won $1 million prize, but he doesn't have a cure for anything. Dry fasting, and also a high raw diet that's low glycemic and not spiking your insulin is the healthiest diet that's out there. Unprocessed whole food. I don't even eat grains hardly at all, and when I do, I don't feel that good. Hardly ever do I eat any bread. I never buy a loaf of bread. I might eat an organic veggie sandwich once in a while, but hardly ever do I eat bread. I don't really like it, and I try to stay away from wheat. I eat buckwheat, which is high in rutin and is a pseudo grain. It's low glycemic along with quinoa, which is low glycemic. I eat raw chia seed and soak that as well. This is all raw. I don't cook the buckwheat, hardly ever. So I eat raw liver, raw eggs, raw fish, and some of the fish is better than others. I try to stay away from blue dye and wasabi at these Japanese restaurants and their sugar. I don't like to have anything processed, so I try to make my own sushi with organic seaweed. But all I can say is you people know nothing about health and wellness. You know nothing about music. Even Vangelis said that. People don't know anything about love. They don't know anything about music. They misunderstand everything. They misunderstand God. They misunderstand everything. He's really a genius, Vangelis. And he's one of the best composers of the modern world who is very unhappy with the commercial world. And he said that he's written so many things outside of the commercial world that no one's ever heard because he won't get support from people. And he's afraid to show it. He's afraid to show all the symphonic music that he's written. And I've written all kinds of music, not just music for voice. Now, I try to get attention by doing music that I think people might like, but there's a lot of music that I particularly like that nobody would want to listen to. And I like my piece of music, very short piece, Gardenia. It has a German title. I love that. It's very relaxing, and it's hardly vocal-based. There's some whisper singing in it. Very relaxing. I really like. That's one of my best pieces. And literally, I have received no support. And my compositions, such as Mutant Creatures, could also be in the movies, but they perceive women as inferior composers. And we have to stop this idea that women are not inferior composers. They can be just as good, and to start funding people. But Vangelis is in another country. Early Pink Floyd was in another country. We are extremely anti-intellectual in this country. And early Pink Floyd was much better than later Pink Floyd when they started taking their shirts off on stage. And it started becoming sort of less intellectual because Syd Barrett was more intellectual. He's a smarter guy. And they got rid of him. They rid themselves of Syd Barrett because they didn't feel comfortable with intellect. And they hid behind this idea, oh, he was all messed up. Anti-intellectualism has been rearing its ugly head for centuries upon centuries. My sister and her husband are completely anti-intellectual. They are against thought. They are against open-minded thinking. And not open-minded. They're part of the problem with anti-intellectualism. My father has become part of the scene. He's become an anti-intellectual skizball, okay? But of course he may not be. Maybe he's being controlled by them. But right now, my father, for the last almost 3 years, hasn't done anything to support what I do with my music. And we're talking even verbally. He's very unsupportive. And he doesn't have to be. If he's not giving me money, he could be verbally supportive, but he doesn't like artists and doesn't like cultured people and is against open-minded, free thinking and creative thought. So I'm getting my polyurethane. I'm going to be spraying down my art, which I think is a really good piece of artwork that I really worked hard on. I'm going to sell it for a lot of money because I need money to support my music. And that is really the issue, to use the artwork and selling it to get a lot of money so I can get some high-tech equipment Do I need that to create music? I think it would help if I had the equipment of Vangelis. Yes, I do think so. And the fact that people are not supporting me as an artist is pathetic. You know, it's not about my looks. It's not about my dancing. It's about my brain. Now, I'm promoting health and wellness because people are not healthy. So I'm showing you dance videos. But I'm a composer just like Vangelis is, and I'm not receiving any kind of support at all due to a myopic, narrow-minded society who believes not only that women are not as smart, they believe that and can't be composers or serious composers, but they don't want to go forward and produce something like Vangelis out of this country. They've never done that. They don't have the intelligence. This country is extremely anti-intellectual, and we have to do something about it. And we're not doing anything about it. And we have to stop gravitating towards these people who are mental pygmies, including Canada. They're not that much better than we are. I listen to Dana Dumford's videos, and he doesn't have any solutions for health and wellness. So if you're going to complain about the environment, yes, we've had 3 nuclear meltdowns at Fukushima, 1 at Chernobyl. We've had tremendous amounts of bomb testing, which blow away anything from Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And we are in a toxic soup of every plastic, pharmaceutical drugs in the water systems, in the groundwater, in the ecosystem, in the food chain. And what can we do about this Frankenstein-like world that we're living in? Well, we have to do something in terms of protesting, but we can't follow low-class, vulgar, dumb people like Kevin Blanch. I don't care about your PhD. If you're using this kind of language, you're stupid. I don't want to listen to you, and I don't support the mentally ill. Go get some help, okay? And not only that, I can tell you there's a lot of people who are like him online with the foul mouth, with the uneducated type of language. I don't care if you have an education. You don't speak like you're intelligent. All right? That's it. I don't care how angry you are. I've been through a lot too, and there's no reason to act like this. So we have to fight for our health. We have to fight for intellect, and we have to fight for our health. And we're fighting against extremely dumb and selfish people who are using me to try to make money online. They're not giving any solutions to anything, but just like, I think the guy just said, we need to have a good genocide. That's how he thinks we need to solve our problems, is just kill people. This is another form of stupidity. The guy has no solutions for your health, no solutions for the economy. He has no solutions for how we're going to heal people mentally or physically. It's all insulting people so he can line his pockets. He's a fraud. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.